Okay, so here we have it, FrostPunk. This must be probably one of my favorite games. I got this game late last year, pretty bored with all the pandemic, and was looking through Steam, and I found this and more or less fell in love with it immediately. I haven't played this for a few months, but I would like to share what it's all about and just show you some gameplay and give you some tips and hints on how to play this amazing game. Now, this is not a multiplayer game, it's single player. By far, those are my favorite type of games. It's set essentially in the after sort of like a big winter, big snow came, and the whole climate change, and the Earth is just one big ice cube, and you have fled major cities, and you have to build your city and survive. It is time based. I think you have roughly about 50 days to ensure that your colony survives, and it has a few different scenarios. Today we're going to play the main scenario, which is called A New Home. So let's start. So play select scenario. As you can see, these are the ones that we have. Let me just lower the volume up just a little bit. There we go. So we'll play A New Home. And each scenario you can customize it. So essentially we're going to play on normal mode, or in this case where it's called the medium. But you have the extreme, hard, and easy. Easy is just, it's no point unless you're really starting. But I think medium is a good place to start. And you can adjust the overall difficulty, the needs, the economy, the weather, and the society's attitude. So like I said, I'll leave it at medium at the moment. Then you also have survivor mode. Survivor mode really is very time limited, and the weather is very extreme, and literally you can't pause the game. So for this example of me showing you the game, it's not really going to work. I want you to pay close attention to the intro because it's amazing, and I'll play that right now. And let's click on starts and put the volume a bit up so you can watch it and enjoy it with me.
We roam the still, cold world. No horizon in sight. The rulers of all, stripped of pride and glory. It feels as yesterday we were turning the wheels of progress. Until the frost stopped it all. Suddenly, without a warning. When tides had changed, they changed for all of us, no matter wealth or class. We've lost our world to snow, and with it, our last traces of humanity. Farewell to plenty, and for those who remained came the time to adapt. We decided to leave our homes and head north. We roamed for weeks, maybe months, leaving behind all the things we once believed had made us. It was hope pushed us forward, slowly, step by step. We knew the cost of our journey, and we paid the price 100 times. Finally, the time has come to build the last city on Earth.
I just love that introduction. I don't get tired of watching it. It's amazing. Everything from the music, the graphics, even the voiceover is just spot on. Okay, so here we have it, A New Home. So I'm just gonna read it for you because I really enjoy reading this stuff out. We fled from London and crossed the sea to reach the frozen north. On the way, our convoy was hit by a blizzard and scattered. A handful of us managed to reach the site of its generator, only to find it frozen solid and abandoned. Why is no one here? Did any of our people survive the blizzard? Are there any others out there? Whatever we do, we should expect the worst now, and the world as we know it has crumbled. We have to survive. My god, it's so pessimistic, isn't it? So let's start the game. So this is exactly where we start off. Most of these scenarios are roughly the same. You start within a crater and there's a generator. In the new add-ons, you have to actually build a generator, but the three or four scenarios that come with the game, you come with a generator. Sometimes it gets damaged, other times it doesn't. In this case, it doesn't in this one. But essentially it is just your typical building your colony or your city where you have to gather resources and build. And obviously here we have also the extra feature, which is the actual survival of the cold. So yeah, so here it says fight the cold. We need to get the generator working. It provides heat and power to other buildings. Without it, we'll freeze to death. Stockpile some coal and start the generator. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and pause it so we don't really waste time while I explain things around. So if you hover over the items, you can click on them and you will see what they are. So we have wood here, we have more wood here, we have some steel, and these are coal patches. Okay, and then over down here we have more steel, a couple more wood, more coal, and some steel. So this here is our stockpiles, and as you can see, it tells us everything that we have. But there's also a handy top menu here which shows you all your resources as well. Then you have the speed, you have the time. So the working time is from 8 to 6. But then if you can go through different policies or laws where you can actually make and extend the working time, but obviously that will give you some discontent. So speaking of discontent, you have literally two bars here, one which is obviously discontent and hope. So if discontent reaches to maximum, you'll have then very unhappy people, obviously, where you will have a specific amount of days to bring it to at least 50%, or sometimes even worse than that or less. And the same with hope. If you lose hope, then you have like a couple of days to regain the hope. So it's very crucial that you keep an eye on the discontent and the hope as well, because you don't want them to go to their extremes, because otherwise that will just demotivate your people, they won't work, and it will just cause havoc. Then you have the little tool here, which is your construction panel, and you can do different buildings. Obviously, as you do research, which I'll show you shortly, you will get more buildings and more items to place. So these are sorted in categories of what they do. So this is for the people. Then you have health buildings, food related, resources, and technology. Okay. So this one here on the top, bottom left hand side is to build roads. This opens and closes the menu. This is to dismantle the roads, and this is to dismantle the building. Okay. So then here we have the Book of Laws, which is I was telling you before. So as you progress in the game, you will have, you always start with adaptation, but when you reach a certain level, you'll get another Book of Laws, which you need to set, depending on what you choose, it'll give you other options. So let's go ahead and click adaptation. And obviously the ones that are white are the ones that you can currently select. So if it's two halves, that means you have two different ones. If it's a full, then you have one option there. So I usually start, in this case, this scenario with emergency shift. So you just click on it and you sign it. Okay, and this is, once this becomes blank again, you will be able to assign a new excuse me, a new law. And here you have basically your economy, which just shows some stats on where you are with all the resources. So for example, in coal, at the moment we don't have the generator on, so we're not consuming any coal, but we're not making any coal either. And here it tells you that there's potentially or exactly 5 coal piles. Then we have wood, we have 4 of those, steel, food we're not producing, medical facilities, and our housing, which we don't have any either. And then here you can actually search for your different children, engineers, and your workers. We have currently 80, but there it says 65 out of 80 because we don't allow children to work. Now children can gather resources, which is what we're going to set them to do now, but they won't be able to do any sort of work, like for example, the coal mines or in the sawmills. So usually what I do is we have, like I said, we have a total of 80 people. So first thing I want to do is we want to build a workshop so we can actually research some things. So if we go back to the construction set, we go to tech, we go to workshop, and just to let you know, as you can see, each sort of building occupies a certain amount of spaces. So this one is essentially a 3 by 3. If you go to a tent, so you go to people, a tent, this is a 2 by 2. Okay, so we place the tents nearer to the generator, and then we'll probably place them on the second line as well. So what we're going to do right now is put, like I said, the workshop, but I don't want to sort of ruin my design. So I'll put it next to a road, and we'll go up to here, and we'll leave a space for another 2, and we'll place it here. Perfect. Then we right click to deselect it. And now we need to build a road, because otherwise this will not have any access from and to the generator. So we click on the road here, or we can go back to construction and press it down here. And we'll connect these 2 roads. Perfect. Okay, so that means it's selected. Now, while that builds itself, let's put some children collecting some wood here. We'll get them to put some steel, so let's just put 10 of them. And let's put some people getting some coal. Another 10. Actually no, I'll max it out. And then I'll put another 15 here. So that's a total of, here we go, 10, 15, so 10 for steel, 30 in total for wood, so 2 of 15, and up will be 1 of 15 for coal. So why didn't I put everyone? Because we want people to build as well. So I left 10 workers to build this one for us. And then what we're going to do, if we go back to the construction sets and resources, we're going to put a gathering post. So essentially we're going to start gathering these 3 together, but I don't have enough wood, so I'm missing literally 2 pieces of wood. So when I put play here, let's put play, you're going to start seeing everyone going to work. And the good thing about this game is that there's quite a lot of detail. I mean, look at the details of the people walking, the actual generator, all the buildings are actually as well, well not all of them, but a lot of them have some animations, like look at the fires there. It's just amazing. So these ones are just going to work at the moment, and they're building that. So I put some engineers. Let me just remove those engineers. Where did I put them? I put them in the, I think, hole? No. Here. I'm going to remove 5 engineers from here and put 5 workers, because we're going to need engineers to research. So once that research center is done, it's going to allow us to place them there. Okay, so I have enough wood for the gathering post. So let's try to build as much as we can before the day of the end of the day. And we also have 80 homeless people, so we have to start thinking of gathering enough resources to build these tents. Now each tent, if we go here, costs 10 wood. So at the moment we can only build just under 4. But of course I'm going to put the gathering post first. So we'll put that here. And let's see how let's see. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. So let's put another tent, couple tents here, so we can align the road to there. Perfect. So while things get built and we accumulate resources, we'll let things just build. Now you probably have noticed that you can also click on the generator and turn it on, but I haven't done so as of yet. Because if we go here to the temperature gauge, you can see things are pretty okay. So these ones are livable, yeah. This one's comfortable, and even if you go on site, so to the different resources, it's only chilly, so it's not too bad. So no one's gonna get sick, for example. Okay, so our workshop is done. So let's click on it. We're gonna add our engineers, and we're going to research in the technology tree. So this one also is divided in sections. We have heating, exploration, resources, and food and health and shelter. So the one we want now is to get on the resources. I always start with faster gathering for obvious reasons, just to get people to collect things quicker. So once this finishes, all my workers, engineers, and children will gather the resources quicker. Now everything has a cost. Obviously, nothing's free. So usually the first tier, it's only wood. So in this case, it's just 10 wood. So I'm gonna go for faster gathering. But as long as you get down, it'll cost you steel and everything like that. So we have to be mindful of our surroundings and our resources. Okay, so let's build this road to our gathering post. Okay. And while this builds, I'm gonna keep on building homes. I'm gonna put it a tad quicker, just so things keep progressing. Okay, I can build another tent. That's 4 already that were being built, so we need 4 more. So that's 1. And 1 more. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more. Okay, gathering post is done. So let's put some people. So what I'm going to do is pause this. Give me a second. I'm going to remove my workers from... No, not from here. So here, the engineers and the workers. I'll put 10 workers there. Yeah. Perfect. Let's say what this alert says. Family torn apart. Sir, a woman came forward after we built the workshop. She said that her husband and daughter didn't reach the city with the main group, but she's sure they're still out there. She wants to join the first scout team we'll send out. She urges you to hurry. Okay, so these warnings, basically, you shouldn't always allow them to influence your decisions, because obviously you have to think that these people are dying, they're desperate, so some of these notices will have consequences, and you just have to follow the one that's best for you. So essentially, you know, if they're asking you for way too many resources or things that you just can't accomplish within the time limit they give you, then yeah, don't accept the mission, let's say, because if you fail it, it will reduce your hope and your discontent, and things will start to really fall apart. So in this case, there's no mission within it or no task. So we just put here, we'll do what we can, and that will sort of finish that. Okay, so I can build my last 2 homes. So let's go, and that. So that should be all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Right, so let's speed this up a little bit. And what I want to try to do is build another workshop before the end of the day, but I don't think that will be possible. So no, we already ran out of time for the day. Okay. So usually when the temperature does go down sometimes a little bit, so I like them to sleep warm, so I do turn the heating for them at night. It's just me being nice. And I will let this go quick overnight. Perfect. So everyone has a home. Okay, we start to get people that are sick. Right, so that's our book of laws. So now I'm gonna go and I'm going to put the extended shifts. So this means that now they're going to work 14 hours instead of your 8 to 6. So that gives you a bit more time to get resources throughout the day. So that's fine, but obviously people don't like to work more. So the minute you start applying them, discontent will go up, as you can see. Okay, so let's go and proceed with the rest of the day. And we'll wait for 6 o'clock in the morning, I think it is. So people start collecting things. Yeah, here we go, they started to work. Okay, so that's next thing we need to do is build a medical house. So let's see, if we go to health, medical post, so we need 25 wood for that, so we're still a bit short. Okay, faster gathering is done. So let's research something else. Now bear in mind this is going to reduce our wood. So we see that the weather is going to the temperature is going to drop by 2 levels. So it's going to be minus 40 degrees in exactly just under 2 days. So we got time to research stuff. So let's put what should we put? Well, we need food soon, so let's put the hunter's gear. Okay, and let's speed this up a little bit so we can get those resources. Now I'm gonna put my medical post on the 2nd tier, I think. No, let's put it on the 1st tier. So medical post will be here. Okay, let's speed this up. And that's gonna cost me some engineers. Okay, so I want another workshop as well. So how many engineers do I have? 15. So it's 5, 5, and 5. Okay, so let's put another workshop so we research things a bit quicker. So I will put them there. Because speed is everything in this game. Okay, so we're gonna put our engineers there. Perfect. So you'll notice that I keep on pausing every time I want to make a decision. It's not only because I'm showing you how to do this, but it's also to sort of make sure that I don't make a lot of mistakes. Right, so we have 100 raw food, so I think it's time that we start concentrating a bit on the food. So I'm going to start building a cookhouse. So the cookhouse essentially, as the name says, is where raw food is converted into rations, and then you need to send your hunters to get you that raw food. So according to our little graph here, I want it in this sort of this level, so the 3rd level. So we see, so that's 1, so that's roughly a house is there. So that's no, 1 more up. Okay, so that's actually no, 1, 2. I wanted this level. So let's put it here. And then we join it to the world through the roads. Okay. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna build a couple more homes. Well, 1 at least. There we go. And we have research to do. So we want to put the heaters, just so we have enough time for the heating later. Okay, and right, that should do it for now. That's just telling us that we don't have enough food. That's fine, we do have food. But we want to put what's called soup. So essentially, when we go to the Book of Laws, we can do soup and food additives. So the soup actually literally will duplicate, or will double, sorry, not duplicate, will double the amount of food you have into rations, which is what we want. Otherwise, you know, one raw food will give you like 1 ration, and it's not a lot. So people don't like that. but until we can gather more hunters and things as such, we'll give them the absolute minimum. Okay, so let's assign the other engineers here to the house, so the research. Okay, we finished here. This one's almost done. Let's give them all we got. We still got a few days there, so let's assign them all there as well. Perfect. Okay, so now we're gonna give them soup. We'll wait till we finish the steel here to assign the workers there. Perfect. Right, this is just saying that we need workers, but see, if you assign, if you give jobs to the kids, it'll put everyone really unhappy. So in this scenario, we don't really need it. We do need it in the other ones, so I will leave it as is. What I will do also once the day comes through is I'll leave it 1 day without burning through coal, so we can gather more coal for when it gets really, really cold. Right, so let's put this forward. I'm not going to put anybody there till we finish doing one of these. And then after this, the next thing I'm going to do is the actual Scouts beacon. And that is so I can send explorers into the snow and find other settlements and resources and things as such. Okay, so that's the heaters researched. So as I said, I'm gonna go for the beacon. Let's start that. Okay, let's continue with our... Okay, actually I do have enough workers. So I will put... Oh, because this one's finished, of course. So I will put, make sure it's soup, and put my 5 workers there. Perfect. And I'm also gonna get a food hunter's hut. I'll put it right on top here. Although it doesn't matter, I'll probably then... Should I? Yeah, I'll put it here. Yeah, that's that. Let me just remove that road. This one here, not too bothered about that. Okay, so that's perfect. Now the huts, the hunter's huts, they require 15 people, so we don't have enough as of yet. But I'll get this cracking with more people and more people there. So this will probably be the last day I can do things on the cold without gathering posts, because then it'll start getting really cold. Right, so we got the beacon now, and because we don't want to run out of resources, let's start getting some sawmills and steelworks and all the goodies. So I'll put the sawmill first. Okay, that's that. Okay, the coal pile has been depleted. And yeah, what I'll do is I'll get another gathering post. Oops. I'll get another gathering post just here. Perfect. And let's build a nice little street to it. Okay. And book flaw's finished as well. So now we want to do the radical treatment. So radical treatment keeps people alive and will make them amputees if they lose a limb, whereas sustain life, you need to build like tons of care homes because they won't work. So once someone gets really sick, that's it, game over. They don't play, they don't work anymore. So with the radical treatment, they will still continue on working for you. Okay, so that's that. Right, let's carry on. People from our convoy. Okay, so now we got the hut. So I'll assign these 15 people here. So this is 4 days. Fine. And let's build steelworks as well. And we need to build the beacon. Let's not forget to do that on the next turn. Okay, so people are starting to get hungry, but now there's food, so we're sorted. And you know what? Let's remove these workers, because they're gonna get sick in the morning otherwise. Okay, that is fine. And we'll assign them here. And also to the late shift. Make sure everything has late shift. The only thing I don't put to do the full time is the cookhouse. I haven't shown that it really does any sort of improvement, so it's fine. Let's just speed this up. And once we get to the next day and get some resources, we'll build the beacon, and then we need to, on top of that, we need 40 more wood and to have 5 available employees. So that's the heater we need to put on. So in order to send scouts, yeah, we need at least 40 wood and we need at least 5 free people. Okay, so next, well, before we get to this, let's put the beacon. I don't want to forget. So the beacon, we'll put it, doesn't really matter where, I guess. You know what, let's put the sawmill first and we'll put it next to the sawmill. Because I don't want to run out of resources. So to turn things around, you can use the Q and the E, and that will turn you around, or you can use the mouse. If you have a wheel, just press the wheel and you just turn the wheel around. Or the mouse, sorry. Right, so I think what we'll do, probably the best spot is here. Alright, that will do. Okay, something like that. I think we can build the beacon still. Let's have a look. Tech, no. Yeah, 35 steel, perfect. So we'll just build it here, next to the sawmill. Out of the way. Alright, and now we really need to concentrate on getting that some wood. Right, so now Book of Laws. So we've just done radical treatments. We can do the care home, but we need to build it. Same if you go to child shelters. So we're gonna choose extra rations for the ill. So that means you can use food in the hospitals. So if you click on the hospital, you have this one here, and this will speed up the treatment for the actual sick people. Right, so let's once again speed this up. Okay, steelworks has been researched. Okay, yeah, well, we need wood, so let's gather some wood before we research anything else. And I really want to send those scouts. Okay, we should have enough for the scouts once the beacon is ready. So that's the sawmill. Okay, we're going to do this now. Okay. Fine. So now we're gonna finish this and we'll have enough for the beacon. There we go. So that's built. And there goes the beacon. Okay, so right now we can, the yellow dots means that this is the path for the sort of the mission you have to do. So right now we have to build the workshop, tick, build the beacon, tick, and now we have to rescue the survivors of our lost expedition. So if you click on it, that's our lost expedition. Perfect. So we need to make sure we have the resources, so 40 wood and 5 workers. We press on the plus and we send our scouts to the lost expedition We click there and we just let it go do its magic. So we still got 5 workers left, so I will assign them to the sawmill, put it on overtime. It's cold, so let's put the heater on. And let's make sure that we start getting some other things. So next thing I'll do is see if I don't have enough money for this yet. No. Alright, so I'll research the Steam Hub. Perfect. Let's check the temperature all around. So yeah, it's gathering post is cold, that's cold, that's chilly. Cookhouse, it's cold only because there's no one working at. They usually do night shift there, so it's fine. Okay, let's see what they want. Yeah, we're ready to search. Perfect. Alright, let's speed this up until the next day. And then when we get to 50 wood, we will upgrade our tech for the next level. Obviously over the night it starts getting colder, so even though it's chilly, people are in their tents, so they'll get colds. So, but we have enough people in the medical post. The next stage probably that we want to follow is to upgrade our generator and also extend the range, because we're going to get some people coming in pretty shortly, like now. So we click on our scouts, we have survivors there. Okay, so we explore. So either we can take him with us, so that's a total of what, 35, so 22 workers, 9 engineers and 4 children, or you send them. But if you send them, there's a high chance that a lot of them or some of them will die. So usually, unless you are running out of time in terms of the game, I always escort them and we get them. So that means we'll need 35, which means that's an additional 4 tents. But I think we have some space, so let's check that right now. Go back into the city, and we go back to statistics or economy. We click on the homes, and I sort by inhabitants. So we actually have 7 people that we can fit there, 2 there and 1 there. So essentially it's 10 people. So we actually need just 3 more tents, which I'll build them now. Just because these guys are going to be here within 5 hours, which will be just a few hours after the day starts. So it won't give us enough time to research and get everything ready. So let's fast forward this again. Now let me just show you again the map. So if you click on the actual map here, you'll see that once we went there, we added 3 more. So these will be for the next settlements you can go, and as you go to another one, it will usually open a few more branches until there's a certain level. I think there's about 12-15 places you can go in the map. We'll search it all later, but obviously as they appear. Now, so we want more people because we don't have any more workers, and we're going to need more food, we're going to need more resources, everything. Okay, so now our gathering post has been depleted, so I presume it is this one here. So we don't need this one anymore. So that's 10 more workers we have, and we just dismantle it. And we probably don't need the road that's going to it either. Perfect. So now we can start upgrading because we got 50 wood. So drawing boards, upgrade. Okay, perfect. We'll assign more people to the sawmill, and this still has 508 coal. This, not much. Right, you know what? I'll put another trading. Actually, I don't have any wood. Never mind. Let's continue. Okay, so the people have arrived. We have housing for them, don't we? I love the animations here. Graphics are just amazing. Look at the ice on the screen, everything. So it's heartwarming to see families reunited after so many hardships. But shouldn't there be other settlements nearby? The first expedition left London long ago. They ought to be well established by now. They'll surely help us find our footing. We will look for the others. Okay, so this is where we look for other settlements, and hopefully they will be alive and they'll be able to help us. So we go back to our scouts. and you can choose. Now I know where to go, so I'll go straight to it. So we'll go to the sturdy shelter first. And I think there we're gonna have some resources. So we got some wood there. Yeah, but not enough to do much. And now we have 27 workers, 9 engineers, and 19 children. So potentially we could build another medical post or another workshop. We're okay for now. You see we got 15 people homeless still, and that's because these are still building. So probably these will get a bit ill, but hopefully our medical post will be able to handle them. So let's fast forward this a little bit. And that's our new mission, to find the other settlement. So we go back to the map. You see this one has now the yellow dots, and it will point us all the way to the yellow map. To the correct settlement, sorry. Now our hope or discontent are a bit crappy at the moment. That's fine. I'm not too worried about it. That's normal. We'll later get the chance to lower that. Okay, so now we have some wood. We finished the drawing boards. So now we're going to concentrate a bit on the heating. So the power upgrade will give you a level 2 generator, and this will give you now, so that means that you have 4 levels. So that one's for that, level 2. But what we want to do is now get another ring here. So we want to expand the range. So these ones will be at least a decent temperature, because as you can see they're cold now versus chilly here in the center. So we're going to concentrate now on the range itself. Okay, nobody's homeless. And what I'm going to do, because I have enough people, is I'm going to build another hunter's hut. Okay, so let's go to food, hunter's hut, and we'll just put it here next, because we have a road there already. Perfect. And we'll wait for that to build. Now the hunting only happens at night, so it's a shame I didn't do that earlier. We might get some hunting going on now, so hopefully that will do it. Yeah, they're still gonna go hunt. Right, Book of Laws is done. So let's go to the Book of Laws, adaptation, and now let's put the care home. So when people are feeling ill, they'll go to the medical post, but the minute they're a bit better, they'll go to the care home. So it's best to have that so they don't occupy the medical post. Otherwise your medical posts will get cluttered and you'll start getting lots of sick people. So we'll go to the care home. We'll sign that. And because we're going to do the ring here, let's put it on that level. So we're going to health, care home. And okay, so you see that this is horizontal. So if I press the middle button, it puts it vertical. So we can potentially put it here. But this is not covered by any sort of heat. So it will be here, so I will put the heat right on this slot. Yeah, let's put it there. And fast forward again. And that's our care home. So our hope rises because we kept our promise. Perfect. These are all our hunters going out to hunt. But you can see now our are getting sicker. That's because it's chilly, so these people are still cold. So I'm gonna give them some food to speed up their recovery. And since I have enough engineers and wood, I'm going to put yet another workshop. So let's go to tech workshop, and let's put this one here. Connect it with the road. Perfect. Next thing I want to do, because I'm going to run out of steel very shortly. I mean, this is our only income of, so we only have 23 plus the 96 we have there, which is nothing. We're running low on coal, but we have 2 more there and some wood there. Fine. Okay, we'll sort that. Let's get, yeah, can't build it just yet. We'll bid the steel works in a minute. Okay. So the range. So now these guys will get some heat. Right, our scouts. So we got food rations, steam cores, and wood. So here we go and explore, and we grab everything. Take resources, perfect. And now we can continue, or we can go back. So if we were desperate for resources, I would go back and give them the resources and then continue. But since we're here, let's go Steel Bridge. We're still fine with food and everything. Right, so now we're gonna start going for the medical post. So this will help as well with our healing of our citizens. Okay, so this one and 5 people there. And hopefully this will keep on going. Alright, so that got researched pretty quickly. Next I want to send the generator upgrade, because it will get colder later. And while we're at it, let's build the steel works just before I forget. So we'll put one here. Perfect. Got 12 workers. Okay, so we need to take care of the children soon. So we'll do that next in the book of laws, probably. Okay, we're out of coal, guys. So let's dismantle this. And put another gathering post here. That's it. And the road is not long enough just yet. So, okay. There we go. Okay, so here's telling us to, we need to put more medical beds. So you can either open another medical post, you can promise that they'll be treated, or you won't address this right now. Now we could take the chance to promise we'll treat them. We still got good weather ahead of us, so it should be okay. Otherwise, the safe bet was just to open another medical post. So I think we'll do that. We'll just open another post. And we have 3 days to build it. Fine. Plenty of time. So once we reach 25, there we go. We'll open another one. So health, medical post, we'll put you there. And perfect. Once that opens, we only have 4 engineers. That should be fine. Perfect. We kept our promise. Hope rises. Let's go back to our scout. And this is an automaton. Now this is pretty cool. So this essentially is a robot. So there's robots, you can put them in your coal mines, in your sawmills, so anything that produces resources. And they work 24 hours. Now the only drawback, or the only, well, it's not really a drawback. The only thing is that you need the generator on, because they refuel in the generator with coal. So that's the only thing. But then we can build a factory, which is pretty cool, where you can build these. So I will do that much later. We're not there yet. So let's explore, and we'll send it to the city. So if we dismantle it, we'll get some steel and steam cores. So steam cores are to make sort of like the advanced like automatons, or like the advanced coal mines, advanced saw wall drills, etc. And these are rare objects, so you either get them by finding them or by mining them, but you can't mine them in your city. You need to build later like an outpost, and you'll find them in another city essentially. But we're not there yet, so we want the automaton, especially with the cold weather, because then our people won't get sick. So we'll just send it to the city, and that will take a day, almost 2 days to reach. So then we'll proceed with our scouts to go to the weather station, and let's continue with our city. So we still got plenty of food. We can still sawmill, there's plenty of wood there. This is getting built, and these will take care of them at some stage. Okay, what's that? Fine. Okay, so we build the other gathering posts, extra hours, and we'll put our workers there. And you know what, just to... I will put this when the day opens, so we can just clear this up. Because I can't send them on their own. Or I'll probably wait for the automaton to do it. That's it. So for now, our heat is good. Everyone's pretty good. It's just chilly. That's not... no one's there yet. Perfect. Okay, so that's our generator. Okay. I think the next thing I'm going to do is more scouts. I can't. Keep forgetting. Fine. Let's do the gathering. We said no. Okay, we're there. So now we're going to do more scouts so we can send them to explore more things. And I think when the day comes, I'm tempted in turning off the generator. Oh no, I'll be fine. Right now I think we're still spinning a lot. 2 more coal piles, which are these 2. And there we go. Okay, so I think the next thing we need to do is the coal mine. So we'll do that later, once we have enough. So the coal mine will cost us a core, a steam core. So we only have 1 at the moment, which is fine. Okay, so now we want... So let's go for the child shelters. We don't want the children to work in coal mines, and that will sort of bring the hope up. So people, child shelter, and we can't build a house there. That sucks. Alright, we'll put it here. Fine. And road. Okay, and now let's start to save up for the coal mine. Okay, that's the scouts. Well, we still need 40 wood for that. Okay. Right, it's coal and steam cores. Right, I'm gonna send this guy home. That's a coal mine. Let's go to the coal mine first. Thank you, you're welcome. Okay, good stuff. And how much do we need for the coal mine? Okay, let's do it now. 20 and 10, and then we need 25 and 10. It's best always to do this before you run out of the main resources that you had, because otherwise you will be in a bit of a pickle. Okay. Food-wise, we're doing great. Although it might be beneficial to get some hunters out soon. Explore. Right, so here we can build an outpost, as you can see. So an outpost means that you will get regular shipments of coal once you send a miner there. Or if you don't want to, you can just dismantle it. You get those resources, but it's not worth it because you get about 800 coal every few days. So it's definitely worth it. So let's just take the core, the store coal, and now we'll go back to the city with all the resources, which will be amazing boost there of stuff. And with that we can do some upgrades. Okay, so we got another book of laws. So let's study the prosthetics. Okay. Coal mine is done. Let's build it before we run out of any sort of resource. So probably the best one's here, which is nearer to our roads. And this will be one, and that will be another one. Any engineers? No. Okay. Not enough of anything yet. That just tells us that we used our steam core. That is fine. Oh, cool, I forgot. We're using... Oh, see, I was wondering why. See, that was me not taking care of things. Let me pause this. So, when we research the upgrade, it automatically upgrades it. So let's put it back to Steam level 1. I thought it was very hot. So we were wasting coal there. Well, not really, because people were happy that it was nice and warm. So what else do we want? That's fine. You know what, let's do, because we're going to use this in a little bit, let's put the resource upgrade, and we're going to need resource huts, so resource depot, and I will put them, well, let's put some here. We'll build one and we'll fill that up with coal. Okay, we're running our steel, so might as well put some steel workers doing their thing. Food quality. Okay, so yeah, so here they want standard food. They don't like the soup anymore, guys. So we need to do it for a few days. So we'll put the cookhouse. And we'll give them standard, which means this food is going to deplete very quickly now. So let's go for it. Okay, this is our automaton, which is amazing. Look at that detail. Okay, you know what? The video's coming already to an hour, give or take. So I will pause it here, and we will then pick it up where we left off on the next episode. Alright guys, thanks for catching up, and yeah, we'll see you in a few on the next episode. Take care.